For tuning in to my first Q&A on Facebook Live. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It actually took me 2 months to get here, so sorry it took so long. Originally I was nervous, scared, I didn't know, but I'm happy, and I'm so happy for the people who did comment and send me things. Thank you so much. We're going to have a really great conversation tonight. The first few things, I want this to be a conversation. I want this to be something where it's just not me talking and you guys are listening, because I don't operate like that. And I'll be the first to admit I don't have the answers to every little thing. But I feel as if, what is this? This is new. Okay. I'm sorry. This is my first time using Facebook Live, and these little things popping up. But feel free to comment, join in on the conversation. Thank you for whoever who sent anything. Thank you so much. If you have any insight or wisdom that you would like to give them, please feel free to do that. Because like I said, my perspective is not the only perspective, and I want these women to have a lot of answers. I want them to feel empowered, and I want them to have courage. Oh, hey, Tony. Hi. Thank you for commenting. Just throughout the night, feel free to comment. I will be responding to you guys along the way. So let's get into our first scenario. Now, I have a total of 8 questions people asked. So I was told Facebook Live only does 30 minutes, but we'll see. We'll try to get everything in as much as we can. So our first question, well, this is our first scenario. Bear with me, it's a little bit lengthy. It says, I have been stuck on my ex for about 6 years now. We dated while I was in high school. Didn't really last long when I was young, dumb, and immature. I cheated. Over the years, I felt guilty and reached to him many, many times and just got played. But recently, sadly, I slept with him a few times, but had to call things off after he disrespected me. Even still, I can't stop thinking about him. I feel like at times my soul is tied to him. I know he doesn't care or even respect me. So how do I move on and walk with dignity again, given the fact that I still have to see him again? Okay. So this had a lot of things in it when I originally read it. So first thing, ladies, you can't detach yourself from somebody when you're still attaching yourself to them. The first step in moving on and walking away with dignity is one, first leave them alone. You cannot be having sex with this man and you want to leave him alone. You want to detach yourself, but you're attaching yourself. It doesn't work that way. You can't have your cake and you can't eat it too. Soul ties are real. So first thing, how do you move on and walk with dignity? Stop giving him your body. Let him know that he's not even worthy of it. Been there, done that. Oh, hey, Kia. Hey, nice. I see Tony joined. Okay, hey, I'm commenting along the way. Thank you guys for commenting. This is great. But yeah, I feel like sometimes when we make mistakes in the past, all of a sudden we try to redeem them. So you cheated on him in the past. You say you were young and dumb and immature. Okay, been there, done that. But you've clearly stated that this man does not care about you and he doesn't respect you. So I feel as if you feel like, okay, the mistakes I've made in the past, let me redeem those. Let me still stick in and talk to him and try to make things right. And you need to realize that ship has sailed, boo. It's gone. So, yeah, you said, I feel like sometimes my soul is tied to him. Your soul is still tied to him because you're still having sex with him. If you want to break that soul tie, you need to first get rid of that, focus on yourself, and then ask yourself, why do you feel as if you need to stoop so low and sleep with somebody who clearly doesn't respect you? After he's called things off, you say he's disrespected you? Hey, Genesis. Hey. And like I said, thank you guys for commenting. This is so much fun. If you guys have any insights along the way, definitely feel free to comment on. I know people just joined, so you're probably, yes, girl, we are talking about soul ties right now. She's trying to move on from her ex and walk away with dignity, but she can't because she's still sleeping with him and he still disrespects her. So my advice to her is, one, stop sleeping with him, and then two, ask yourself why, get to the root of the issue. Why do you feel as if you need to go back? What remedy do you think you are solving? If it's the guilt of the past of that you cheated, you need to forgive yourself from that. Okay, we all make mistakes, but at the end of the day, you still, even if you didn't cheat on him, clearly he's been playing you, he's been disrespecting you, the relationship was bound to end. So take it, you got to be on to the next. At the end of the day, that's my thought on it. 6 years, stuck on your ex for 6 years? Okay. That's a long time to be stuck on somebody. You're stuck on your ex for 6 years. We have to move on. And I think maybe it's just women who do this. I'm not sure. But it's like we build these fantasies up in our mind. Like, well, I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't have did that. Or you're too busy reminiscing on the good old days. And you're living in the past, and you need to start accepting reality. Okay? 6 years later, he still doesn't care about you. He still doesn't respect you. And he still doesn't want to be with you. So the first step is to moving on and giving him the boot. That's the first step. Let's go on to our next subject. I know people just joined, but we could retouch on that. If you guys have anything to say about soul ties, or if you have anything encouraging, uplifting to give this girl, please put it in the comment section, because I'm pretty sure she's going to be looking out for that. Okay. Yes, staying away from, okay, Genesis, staying away from a guy is a difficult thing, but one thing that helped me is to remember that he would never choose you. Yes. Another will come along, he will leave you. I was stuck on my ex for 5 years. It drains you, but you need to remind yourself he won't care about you, and he would never do his wrongs. Right his wrongs, I think you meant. Yeah. You said it. Genesis, look at these comments, y'all. Genesis just preached right here. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, he's going to leave you at the end of the day. And you can't be good enough for somebody who doesn't want you in the first place. So stop trying to prove yourself, because you're only going to disappoint yourself. Okay. Next question. So this is a little lengthy too, but here's a scenario. What is a woman to do when you let someone who burned you come back in? Hoping and praying they change when I should have been praying for strength. A child is already in the picture of a broken family, another one on the way. A 27-year-old man who's still bouncing from my house to his mom's, still goes to the club every weekend, and whom sleeps with his phone under his pillow. Girl, okay. Am I wrong to want to stop the pregnancy? Am I running away from my mistakes? Am I doing what a mother should by not bringing another child into this dysfunctional mess? Prayers and guidance needed. Wow. Okay. One, I can't tell you what you should or should not do with your body, but I will tell you what I would do if I were you. I would keep my child. Point blank, period. I'm a firm believer of, if God brings you to it, he will bring you through it. And sometimes, here's the thing. Let me answer your questions directly. Am I wrong to want to stop the pregnancy? I wouldn't do it. I disagree with that. So there you go. Am I running away from my mistakes? Yes, I think you are. I think you're thinking, you know what? I realize this man is an asshole. I don't want to be with him. And instead of just up and up leaving him and saying, you know what? I'm cutting this off for good. You're kind of looking at the child as a way to end your problems. But terminating that pregnancy, that's not going to end your problems, boo. You got some issues deeper than this. And I feel as if, here's the problem. we think brokenness means it's useless. That's the problem. And just because something is broken, it doesn't mean it can't be fixed. Now, I'm not talking about him, fixing your family, having, the big one big happy family, same mom and dad. That's not how it works all the time. But there's somebody out there who will accept you and your child, and you cannot, and even the second child, and you can never get there if you're making these types of decisions, thinking, oh, okay, well, let me just end it, and thinking it's going to solve everything. I feel as if your next question, am I doing what a mother should by not bringing another child into a dysfunctional mess? I'm not a mother, and I'm sure, I don't know everybody who's listening, I don't know if you've ever gone through anything like this, like a pregnancy and an abortion. I'll be first to admit, I've never gone through this. So I would love if anybody has, just to put their perspective out there. But as for me, when I think of a mother, I think of someone who is strong, who's caring, who's nurturing, whose love is unconditional. And it doesn't matter what situation or circumstance I'm in, I know my mother's going to be there. And here's another thing. Sometimes the thing that you think is going to be your mess, like you think this child is now going to be an extra burden and it's not fair. Sometimes God will use that same thing and actually turn it into a blessing. Your burden will become your blessing. What you thought was going to stop you from getting to where you wanted to be is actually going to push you closer. Think of people who have teenage pregnancies. Sometimes it works out for the good, in the sense of now that person has become a better woman, a better person in general. It's pushed them harder in life. I have friends who their child's father is not even in the picture, and they are stronger than ever. And had that certain things never occurred, they probably wouldn't be where they are today. So don't be so quick to run away and think you're doing something right. No, you're not. You're not fixing it. I think you should get to the bottom of the solution. This man, leave him alone. He's a scrub. He's a peasant, in my words. What to do when you let someone who burned you come back in? The problem is you shouldn't be letting him back in. Okay, you can have his child. I would cut that sex off with him, and I wouldn't have any more children by him. And don't have sex with him. Don't get pregnant again. Don't get pregnant by anybody else for just a period of time. You need to focus on yourself, and you need to heal. And stop letting him come back in. This man still bouncing. Let's not even call him a man. This child is still bouncing from his house to his mama's house. Mistake number one. Goes to the club every weekend, and he's sleeping with his phone up under his pillow. Really? And he's 27 at that. Let him go. Let him go. Stay away from him. I wouldn't pay him any mind. And you just got to be firm. Like, sometimes we just need to take our losses, ladies. It's easy to say, all right, you done messed up. You done messed with an ain't shit man, and you feel bad about it. Just take your loss. Just take your loss, girl. I would keep it moving from him. Just accept, hey, he wasn't the best decision, the best person I should have been with, but it happened, and I'm stronger than whatever I've gone through, and I'm going to come out on top. That's a queen's mentality, and I think that's what you need to do. Yeah. Okay. We got our next question. Question number 3. 3 down, 5 more to go. We are on a roll. Hey, Miss King, I don't know where to start. Okay, I'm in love with someone. I know in every piece of my mind that we would never be married or something worth putting all my time. He's married. Okay, I'll wait till I finish reading. But I just feel as though I can't leave him. But I think a part of me feels as though I would never find someone the way he completes me. I know I need to leave him, but what am I supposed to do? I'm so dumb and confused. Miss Confused, it sounds like you already know what you need to do. It's to leave him. You've already said, okay, wait a minute. This is a lot. Let's rewind. And if y'all have any comments on this, feel free to chip in, because this was a lot. You're in love with someone you know in your mind it will never be married or something worth putting all your time into. And he's married on top of that. Okay, so what's the purpose? Why are you still with him? Why are you, is the sex that good? I mean, it couldn't be. I feel as though I can't leave him. Yeah. Right, Genesis, run like Usain Bolt, girl. Yes, if you stay with someone like that, you will never find someone for you. How can God give you your match? Run. Yes, run. And here's another thing I want to point out. I feel as if you said, as a part of me feels as though I would never find someone in a way he completes me. And lies right there. Number one, no man can ever complete you. So let's get that off the table. This man does not complete you. Only you can complete yourself. And the things that you are missing in your life, the things that your soul and your spirits crave, nothing in this world can really fill that up. That's only you're gonna have to go to God for that. So this man, he's not completing you, he's damaging you. I feel as if you have some type of void in your life. And I don't know you, I only know how much information you've told me, but it sounds like you're looking for acceptance, you're looking for love. I'm not sure, what your childhood was like or your past couple relationships, but it seems like you just want to be wanted, and you don't care how low you have to stoop, how desperate you have to be. You're going to find it in any kind of way, even if it's with somebody else's husband. That's a mistake right there. You need to run. You know what you need to do. You've already said you're dumb and you're confused. You're not. This is dumb what you're doing. Confused, you're not confused because you already know. You're mistaking lust and the stuff that he gives you. You're mistaking it as love. And I don't know if you're mistaking it as love, but you're mistaking it as a necessity that you need in your life. And you're only damaging yourself. You're only slowing your own progress by being with this man. How can you achieve your purpose and you're too busy entertaining purposeless things? You ask me that. I mean, tell me, because anything I do is with a purpose. And anybody who's going to be in my life, they're going to serve a specific purpose, and it's to help me grow as a woman. And if you're not doing that, and part of growing as a woman is also knowing your worth and having self-respect. And we could just talk about this all night at the end of the day. These last three, it's a common theme, ladies, where we're losing our self-respect. We're stooping down so low where we're okay with somebody else just coming in the picture just to say you have something, just to feel this void of being complete. And that's not the answer, okay? Only you are the only person that's in charge of your destiny. Nobody else is in charge of your happiness, your love. If you don't respect yourself, what makes you think these men are going to respect you? What makes you think they going? No, he's not going to leave his wife for you, so you could cut that off. And you keep digging yourself in a hole. This is a thing, and help me. It's sometimes you get with the guy and you know he's not good for you. You know he's not good for you. Yet, ask yourself, why am I staying in this? And I know it's not good for me. Then all of a sudden, God already sends you these warning signs. He's not the one. He's not the one. He's not good for you. Oh, a STD pops up. Now you're feeling salty. Oh, now you're pregnant. Oh, crap. Now I don't know what to do. Let me run. Let me abort the child. No, you keep digging yourself into this mess. So right now, while you are not pregnant, while hopefully I hope you don't have any STDs, and while nothing really life-changing has occurred, get out now. These warning signs are coming up, and we keep ignoring them. We have to stop ignoring these signs, y'all. You're going to keep playing yourself. Yes, Kia, I think I'm saying it right. You have to pray and ask God for discernment. We have to get our priorities together. We as women make too many excuses. Yes, we make too many excuses as to why we need men around. Focus on knowing your worth. Don't settle for less. You couldn't have said it. You couldn't have said it any better. You're right on the money with that one. Okay. Now we got another one. We got, I think, like 9 minutes. Oh crap, this is fun. Whatever we don't finish, I'll definitely do another series, and we can just discuss some of the other questions. But this one is pretty long. You see this on my phone, it's pretty long. But when you send me questions, please keep them as short as possible, because obviously we're on a time limit. But this is a scenario. I'm dealing with this guy. He's absolutely amazing. I think God sent this man to me sometimes. He is always too busy for me. Okay, wait a minute. Sometimes, and this is why I encourage everybody to write. Sometimes just write out your feelings. This logically already sounds right. God sent this man to me. I think he's always too busy for me. Okay, no. First of all, nobody is too busy. People make time for who and what they love and prioritize in their life. If he's too busy for you, you just don't make the cut, sweetie. That's just how it works. I have a busy life. I've dated guys who had busy schedules, to talk to guys, and they've always made time for me. And even if he does legit have a busy schedule, a lot is going on, he will give you a peace of mind. You will know what's going on. You're going to be in the picture where you're not going to trip. You're going to be like, okay, I know what's going on. You feel good. You'll feel secure. But anyways, let's get back to this. So he is always too busy for me. He works a lot. He has kids, 3 kids, 14-year-old, 12-year-old, and an 8-year-old. He's going through a lot. His ex-wife barely helps him out. Yes, his ex-wife. I wouldn't help his ass out either. Anyways, mind you, we all stay in the same apartment complex. Kind of reminds me of the Brady Bunch. His ex-wife, him, and me. His ex-wife, him, and me. He never has time for me. I try to understand. Don't try to understand. Don't accept the bullshit and excuse. Don't understand. Anyways, but I always feel like he has his lifestyle pretty much put together. His kids are his number one priority, as they should be. He never focuses on anything he wants. He never does what makes him happy. I try to be patient with this man. I don't know how much I could take. Should I give up? I pray for him a lot. He does everything by himself, and he is scared to ask for a little help. I am the ask me anything and I'll give you everything type of girl. Side note. Okay, but I'll get back to this. Hold on. When we first met, his kids were out of town. He had so much time on his hands. He spent it with me. I believe I got too comfortable with it and misinterpreted what he meant by he has his kids all the time. I'm 21 years old, and he is 36, by the way. He isn't the finest dude, but he is enough for me. He lacks self-esteem. He believes he doesn't deserve someone like me. I just don't understand. I feel like he's scared. He's a country guy with one of those beer bellies. I must say I love him. Whatever floats your boat. He dislikes it, though. He reminds me every time and question why I want him. I'm starting to distance myself now because he has a lot going on, but at the same time, I don't want to walk out on something that may be good. My patience is being tested. I just don't know what to do. Help. Ladies, whoever's tuning in, if you want to help her, definitely help her. But I'm going to go back up to this one thing. I just blogged about this. The power in telling a man no. I'm the ask me anything and I give you everything type of girl. It doesn't even sound like this is your man. No, first of all, this isn't even your man. Okay, you're already ask me anything. I'll give you everything. I'm going to be there for you. Oh my gosh, you're going to love me. Cut it out. Been there, done that. If you haven't read the blog post, The Power of Telling a Man No, that's the first step I want you to do is read my latest blog post because it's about developing self-respect. And yes, kid, you are into my second point right now. 21. And he's 36. Now, y'all, girl, you can get somebody so much better than him. Why are you taking on all of his baggage? I mean, he lacks self-esteem. He doesn't make time for you. I'm trying to figure out in this first sentence, you said, I think God sent this man to me. I'm trying to find out where. Where is he absolutely amazing, How is he treating like a queen? How is he prioritizing you in his life? Okay, let's take the age factor off the table. Let's just say if you like older men. I guess, Beyonce, Jay-Z, they did it. Who knows? Let's get down to the basics. One, he doesn't make time for you. Okay, a man's actions it speaks volumes. It shows you how he feels about you, how he cares about you, and if he's not even making time for you, he shouldn't be an option, ladies. Let's raise our standards, okay? If you can't make time for me, we don't have anything to discuss. You're not even on the roster. Matter of fact, you're not even on the team because you didn't even have time to try out. Cut him. But all right, so let's finish looking at all of this. That's great that he wants to, he's involved in his child's life. He should be. Stop giving him brownie points for things he should be doing. He should be taking care of his children. That's great. Stop it. I feel like because we're naturally these nurturing women, oh, his ex-wife doesn't help him out. Oh, that poor little countryman, his belly, he's just struggling and all of this. And we feel like we have to be there. It's like we want to save these men. We want to be the woman that they change for, the woman that comes in and the picture just changed completely. And wow, like you're the exception. And you have to realize that's not how it works, okay? That's just not how it works. And I think, Queen, you deserve somebody 10 times better who can, provide you with some type of time, but someone who's a little bit more on your level, and just don't waste your time. One, if you having sex with him, cut that off so you can have some type of clear mindset, because clearly you're not thinking in your right mind. But he is, and this is another statement that caught me. He isn't the finest dude, but he is enough for me. Now, you don't have to be the finest person, but he is enough for me. If you feel like this is what you deserve, take it. Take it. If that's what you feel as if you deserve, why you shouldn't even have to email me. But you email me because deep down in your conscience, you deserve somebody 10 times better. And I say, listen to your intuition. Don't settle. You're 21. You have a whole life ahead of you. You're still discovering yourself. I will focus all this attention that you're trying to figure out how you can fix his life and come in and change everything. How about you pour that energy into yourself? That's the problem. Some of us, yes, he's a distraction. Focus on goals. Sometimes we can tell you could tell your man's favorite color, what he likes to eat, his moods, everything. But can you even answer those questions about yourself? Take some time and get to know you. Fall in love with yourself. Stop trying to make this man this priority, and you're definitely not a priority for him. So I would keep that moving. Okay, it says it's 9:29. I'm nervous if I'm going to get cut off in 30 minutes. Because I was told I only had 30 minutes. I'm not sure. But if that is the case, I'm going to keep reading these questions. But if that is the case, I'll definitely I'll do another series and finish the rest of these questions because we do have a lot. And I want to make sure I answer everybody's questions. And thank you guys already for just commenting and being a part of the conversation. I really love it. This is great. Let's try to go on to this next question. And let's see if I'm going to get cut off. Okay. Next question. Should I feel guilty about being selfish and focusing on me? Hell no, you shouldn't. And I think this kind of ties into what we just talked about in the last message. Y'all, you really need to take time to discover yourself, learn who you are, what you're called to do in this life, and where do you want to go? I mean, we put so much energy into these relationships, and man, we can't even, if somebody asks you, well, what about you? What do you want to do? Where are you trying to go with your life? You can't tell them anything. You're sitting there looking like, but I bet you if it was Bae, oh, well, Bae wants to do this and Bae wants to do that. Stop giving people too much power over you. And it's 9:30. I don't think it's going to cut me off. So we could go on to this next question. Okay. It says, wait, we read that one. Okay. So Wait, we read that one. Oh, okay. 2 more go. So how do you know when not to read too deep in a guy's actions? I used to be someone who read really deep into a guy's actions just because I'm really analytical. I would sit there, oh my gosh, he texted me at this time. That means, he must be thinking this. One thing I've learned just in my dating life, men are very literal. Do not read too much into, hey, China Boo. Do not read too much into their actions. They're very literal. His actions kind of reflect how he feels about you. So don't read too, if he's saying this and that, if he says he cares about you, he may just care about you. Make sure those actions match his words. Don't read too much into it. Here it goes. It goes back to us women. We're trying to figure out these men. We're putting all this energy into his mind and what he's thinking and what he's doing. Let me tell you, the most attractive thing you could do is focus on yourself, walk in confidence, and not even be bothered what he's trying to tell you. If he's trying to tell you something, he will come out as a man when he is comfortable and ready and profess his feelings for you. Don't read too deep into everything. In regards to his actions, I mean, this is kind of a vague question, so can't really go into that, but actions always speak louder than words. If he's disrespecting you, believe he doesn't respect you. Okay. Where to start when you are focusing on yourself? That's the next question. Again, this is a vague question, but where do you start when you focus on yourself? I think when I started really focusing, hey, Tanisha. Yes. Okay. So you were one of those too, reading into everything. But yeah, we've all done that, been there, done that. And it's still hard now when you're dating, trying not to read too much into anything. A big thing that helps me is always staying busy. And not letting them be the just center of my life, the revolving schedule. I don't want him to be the only person that's just on my mind. Just stay busy. Enjoy it for what it is, but just let things happen naturally. Don't jump the gun. And that's another thing. I used to be a gun jumper. Oh my God, so what are we doing? What's going on? Sometimes you do just need to go with the flow, let things happen, and just let things fall on that naturally. I think you'll be fine. But in regards to what's the starting point in focusing on yourself, I think that could be answered a lot of different ways. So anybody who has focused on themselves, feel free to comment. From my perspective, I'm a writer. So when I'm focusing on myself, I like to think, let me assess, who am I today? Let me just have a real face-to-face conversation. What do my actions say about myself? How am I letting treat people? Where am I today, and where do I want to go with my life? When I really discovered my purpose, it was when I was unemployed, and I found that in God. And I'm a firm believer that my identity is rooted in Christ, and that I am a reflection. We were made in the image of God. So when you are focusing on yourself, you need to look in the mirror and go to your creator. You can't focus on yourself and you're too busy trying to find yourself in relationships and material things, even your job titles. No, you need to go get in tune and really zero out everything else for a period of time every day, maybe spend an hour really focusing, asking deep questions. Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? What am I passionate about? I mean, that was a question. It took me 2 years to really to answer the question, what is my purpose? 2 years. But I think you figure that out along the way. Okay. And my last question for the night is, 2 months back, I was approached by a guy who was in separation with his wife. He met somebody. Okay, hold on. Yes, Kia, focus on a better relationship with God. Yeah. Y'all are just great. We are all just echoing each other. Yes, put God first. If you want to know, like, what is my purpose, go to the person who, go to the root, go to the source. I mean, it's right there. You don't got to do all that extra stuff. But back to this question. 2 months back, I was approached by a guy who's in separation with his wife. He met someone, but he told me that he was in a bad space, so he wanted someone to comfort him. I think he's lying. Now, I don't know what kind of question this is, but this just already sounds like a hot mess. Yeah, let me reread that because I don't think I need to reread this. 2 months back, I was approached by a guy who's in separation with his wife. He met someone, but told me he was in a bad space, so he wanted someone to comfort him. I think he's lying. So if I'm interpreting this right, and y'all correct me if you're not interpreting it the same way I'm interpreting it, it sounds like he's letting you know, I was separated, I was in a low place, I just wanted someone to comfort me, I'm good now. And you're like, I think he's lying. Maybe he wants me. That's how I'm interpreting. If y'all interpret another way, feel free, and we could discuss that perspective. But believe him. If he's telling you that's all he wanted at that moment, let him go. He's in separation with his wife. He's still married. I wouldn't even deal with those situations, because with marriage, I mean, they could still be back together. They're still legally married. Something was to happen. You're poof. Tell that, my favorite quote, tell that to the judge. If anything was to happen, you are a non-factor. So why is he a factor? That's my question. Why is he a factor? And if he did want somebody to just comfort him, why did you feel comfortable being that comforter to him? And I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, how women we're emotional creatures, we're nurturers. We think we're Captain Save-A-Hoes, where we could just come in, oh my gosh, is something wrong with him? I feel bad. Let me be there for him. Let me care for him. Oh, his old wife, she just doesn't give him attention. She's not this, she's not that. No, you can't fix a man. You can't fix his issues either. Those are his problems. Why do we feel the need to take on other people's problems? It's like you can't. I got a book bag right here. Let me tell you, you cannot hike. No baggage. Me, I could get up, bam. But if I put this book bag on, and this is heavy, I'm not gonna get up as fast. That's what you're doing, queens. When you're trying to be these Captain Save-A-Hoes to these men, you're delaying yourself. You're taking on their baggage. God never gave you their baggage. That's why I don't understand. It's one thing where we all have our own battles to fight, but it's another thing, oh, let me just take it. Let me take your bag, and let me take your bag. Let me pick everybody's bag. And then you wonder why you're not soaring in life. You wonder why you're not happy and you're not successful. Take a moment and look at the decisions you are making as a person and figure out, get to the root of the problem. You can't say, and then you can't save everybody, and then take a step deeper and ask yourself, why do you feel the need to save everybody? It just doesn't make sense. And only you can answer that. Is it something where maybe you never had somebody who comforted you and cared for you growing up, so you feel, let me just give that to any and everybody, and maybe that can make up for that void I'm feeling? And as I told you guys before, you cannot satisfy your spirit and your soul with earthly things. And that's something I had to learn. No man, no job, no paycheck, nothing can satisfy the fruits of the spirit, just your spirit in general. Only God can do that. Nobody can make you complete, and you cannot make anybody else complete. Only God can do that. So, I mean, I think this was a great discussion tonight. We've had, yes, Morgan, take ownership of your own actions. Yes, we do. We all have to take ownership of our actions. And I think just the common theme throughout these 8 questions we discussed tonight is, lack of ownership, of this need where we have to take on other people's problems. We're trying to be these, Captain Save-A-Mans. And, that's just not the answer. So, and also, what you accept is a reflection of what you're worth. So if you feel as if you're worth somebody down here, then don't get mad when you're unhappy, when you're not successful, when you don't have joy in your heart, and when you're not progressing. And then don't become jealous when you look around you and you see other people doing things with God, the same things that God wanted you to do. We all have free will. We can all make our own decisions, and make sure you're making the right ones for your life. But this was so much fun, and thank you guys for tuning in and commenting. I'm probably going to do another one of these series because this was, yes, well, I can't do next Wednesday. I got work duties next Wednesday. But I'm thinking about doing the Wednesday. Not I gotta go to my class, but the week of the 28th, I think. Yeah, I'm going to schedule something because this was fun. The week of the 28th, we're going to do it again. I'll definitely put a flyer out and put a notice. Thanks, China. And also, yeah, we'll do it again. If you guys are a WordPress subscriber, please become an email subscriber. I have a lot of great things unveiling really soon, and I'm switching off of WordPress. And basically how a lot of you guys get my blog posts is just you get it through the email. But if you're a WordPress subscriber, you don't get it through an email. It's just whenever you log on WordPress, you see it. Since I'm switching off of WordPress, you won't be notified. And I want you to still be in the loop of my latest posts because I have a lot of things unveiling. But once again, thank you guys so much. This was my first time. Thanks for being patient with me as I kind of got through the kinks and saw how Facebook Live works. I really enjoyed myself. Be blessed and be prosperous. And most importantly, be fabulous, queens. Take care. Have a good night. And hug somebody and tell them you love them. Okay, bye.